gonna start the recording here, and so let's get down to business. Straight. I like the number, the participant.
Yes, it was just for 1 second. It was a
One
perfect
second.
number.
That was
Yeah.
my favorite number. That's the year
Actually,
I
my
born.
lucky number is 1 1 or 2 2 or like 1 1 1. So it was a good one.
Yeah, 777 was given.
Yeah.
The year I born, 77. All right, let's start recording. It started, and right, everyone, welcome for joining us on this call with our special guest, Dr. Anna Becker, CEO of Endotech. And today we're going to talk about trading results, developing AI Daisy results. So we got a lot of good information to cover today. But before we do, I want to go over a few things. And just want to go over and remind you guys we have three different source of making money with Daisy, right? The one is front end. That's through smart contract rewarding program when you invite people, referral program, right? The second part is Daisy Fund, and this is what we're going to talk about, the rewarding Daisy Fund. And the third part is equity that a lot of people forget. And before I talk about equity, I wanna kind of cover a few things with Dr. Anna, and then at the end, I want to go into it and explain some of the things that a lot of members don't really realize how big this is so. And now I want to again thank Dr. Anna for coming in with us. I know it's the most busiest time right now for all of you, all your team working around
That's
the
correct.
clock. Yes, I talked to some of your guys in the technical department at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, they're replying, and then at 8 in the morning they're still replying. So I don't know.
That's
It's
correct.
I'm
That's correct.
so before we go into it, can you tell us a little bit? I know you're in a new office right now, already moved. Tell me about what is going on in Endotech side.
Yes. It was an exciting period for us, starting April, actually, all the end of last year and this year specifically. We received the funds for the DAISY project and started to hire new teams. We are working from because again it's very ambitious project, not only for us I think, but for any company that would like to take this type of endeavor. So we started with several teams, financial analyst, ML, artificial intelligence team, data scientist team, and we're already working for a few months, starting again January. So it's already 3 months that we're working on the project. Very interesting results. I don't want to drill into these results yet, but working on multiple industries, we're working on multiple money maps, as we proclaimed before. And we are waiting for our first results on the ML systems to arrive this week. So it will be very interesting to see which parts we already cracked, which parts we're going to crack. We also added a very nice addition to the quant team, to the people that are responsible for the trading models. Again, in my office, we have, every 15 minutes, somebody comes in and says, can we start a meeting? So we're working literally day and night, and at 1 o'clock in the morning, I get the calls from my team as well. Can we do this or can we do that? So it's a very busy time, but it's very, very exciting. So on the DAISY part, we're doing two things in parallel. One is we're currently trading, right? We're currently trading with our existing methodologies. We're trying to implement every time the additional information that we receive from our financial analyst teams and from our ML teams. But primarily, it's right now relying on our old Endotech methodologies. And that's what I would like to tell you about in the next topic, about what are the results. And from other side, we are working on the DAISY, on the improvements, on the main part of the DAISY research project.
All right, that's great. That's awesome. And I know your team right now is the. How many people do you have total in right
Yes,
now?
we already we had massive hiring. So right now we're 60 people, 60 plus. We still have about 10 people to add to the system because we need more ML guys, we need more artificial intelligence. The rest of the teams are very strong. So because we're really growing, we are now managing over 100 million in under management of our strategies. We are currently managing over 90,000 clients. So it's a massive operation. So we had to increase and to improve the scalability. So we added to both angles Daisy team and Endotech team in order to serve the clients and to make sure we are the first, I think, company in the world that allowing algorithmic trading to such a scale. I mean, there is no other precedence that we have fully automated execution with full control and full monitoring systems to make sure that every trade goes through. So, and also, I think from the results point of view, we have. I still waiting to hear from our BI team, business intelligence team, to hear how many clients are making money. But I think it's vast majority. I don't know if it's over 90 or 95% of the clients are very happy with their results and it is. But I will be able to say it in the upcoming weeks. Also, we're doing in the midst of the audit. Apparently, it's much bigger as everything else that we do. So once we transfer the information to our audit company, it was more than 110,000 lines of the execution of the transactions on the Binance. And I was personally was not aware of the system how Binance does it, so it's taking more time than we were expecting. But I'm still waiting for the answer from the team when it will be completed. So as soon as we will let you know.
You said 110,000 lines.
Yes, yes.
And in reality, how many trades do we do?
In reality, I can't tell you exactly. I think it was like 5 multiply 40, like 200 trades, maybe a
So
little bit more. So it's not it we didn't have that much trading because it was just a few entry points for each asset on each strategy, so it was not that much. So if I go really wild, it was 1,000, but not 110,000. So when we were discussing it the first time with audit companies, we said, you know what, we don't do that much trading. We do about 1,000, not even 1,000, like 100 of trades a month. Then apparently it's not that, because since the volume is big, it's broken down to orders and to the executions, and that's what makes it such a big story for the audit team. So
I
again,
see.
it's already in. We're waiting for the answers.
Do you think do you have timeline when it's going to be ready, our first audit?
I will not go to my email, but it should be there already, the timeline. So
All
let's
right.
better wait. Let's better
All right.
wait.
All
Yes,
right.
yes,
We'll update later then.
yeah.
That's good. Okay. So let's get then straight to a lot of people have questions. I know there's a lot of new people joining, and they see how the market is choppy. They don't understand the market, right? A lot of people, new people, they've never been involved in trading, and when they see the profits, rewards goes up, then go down, they don't understand how come it went down. They think it's every day has to go up. So this call is actually specifically, we wanted to more kind of educational and show history, what happened, how much we trade, and show even history beyond Daisy, before even Daisy started. So I know you're ready to share this with us. So if you
Yeah,
can,
gladly, gladly.
yes,
So let's start. Actually, I have 3 blackboards in my office, so now we have a virtual one. So in the Daisy, since start of the Daisy, we had. Let me switch to here. We had 53,000 53 million in total contribution of the assets of the US dollar to the testing funds, right? And here, what you see the balance. You see how much total funds is residing right now on our Binance account. Also, if you were following our previous calls, we were usually showing our Binance account and its results. Now we're stopping it just because we're already moving to additional 2 exchanges, and it will become more cumbersome to show all of the exchanges, all of the results. But the principle stays the same. The numbers that you see here is a collective number from all the funds that were received and that we're using on accounts on multiple exchanges. So to explain you what you see here, the easiest way is to go to your contribution and to see it from the single point of view. Because people that started in January, they saw initial period of no trading because it was a high volatility. And then it was a nice uptake up to 20 something percent, almost 30. Then it went down. Then it went down even to single digits, right? And now it climbed back to 15. From my point of view, to the current situation with Endotech algorithms, with AI that we deploy, it's a good result because this is what's expected. That's what we expect with current behavior of the market. And I would like to show you several examples of what's going on with Endotech results over the last year. So first result is from the real accounts that were traded on the April's shuttles, right? So this is one of the examples. Again, it's real trading, real account. We started on 1st of April and we take it till 1st of April. Total it made after commissions 271. And as you can see here, once it started in April, for about 3.5 months, even almost 4 months, we were flat. We were plus minus 10% as we see it now. Then again, for a very long time, let's say from September to end of December, we were flat. So these periods are expected, and there is nothing kind of worrisome for us, especially once we understand the situation at the market. So this is one of our strategies from last year, right? I want to share with you, just for the education purposes, the worst case scenario that happened to us, to our strategies in last year. So we had one strategy that experienced the black swan, meaning that market went against us very quickly, and we were not able to not that we were not able to, we let the loss happen, right? This is again a standard situation when you're experiencing the loss, but you're saying it's that what needs to happen because we don't want to intervene into the strategy. So this specific strategy resulted at the end of the year at 49%. Now we cut most of our clients from the strategies already in somewhere here in August, right? Because we saw that this strategy compared to all other strategies is underperforming. But some of the clients stayed on the system, and again, they now in plus after all of the commissions. So this is the worst case scenario that can happen. Again, if strategy is not that successful, even with the market, so there is no magic bullet that you say, market is good, everything will work. No, you still need to work very hard to make it happen. And that's how we try to do this. This is our achievement. But again, if we miss, this is how we miss. This is our worst case strategy that happened to us. And of course, there are some very nice stories of when we deploy leverage, when we hit it right in the market points, that some strategies that we started with leverage from October, we are now at 546%. And to make sure that you understand, Daisy is somewhere in between our best case, some of the worst case, because it's some of the strategies will be there, maybe not 49%, but they might be 100% or 150%, and our standard performance of 270. So our expectations again for this year that we will end up at 200 plus, and if we make in time the daisy daisy progress, then we should expect high performance, higher than 200 and higher than even 250 and up. So to explain you why we are not worried about this 15% is actually the market performance. Because if you look at the market performance from the standard point of view, that you look at the chart of the Bitcoin, it looks very aggressively positive, right? We made so much progress from 38,000 to our current 57, 59. I apologize, we have sound outside of the office. Uh, uh, then we have, but if we look at this from the point of view of the logarithmic performance, and that's what's actually interesting for us, because we are working on percentages, we're not working on the flat pricing, right? We're working on more on the logarithmic part of the pricing. You can see that we actually ended the cycle of very long trend at Bitcoin, and now it's kind of staggering, and specifically staggering for the last month and a half. So in this situation, to be profitable on trends, it's very good. It means that we're doing a good job of not over trading, of not doing the wrong entries. On the Ether side, it's even more complicated, because what you can see here, we got into extremely choppy period here, and we could have been minus 30, 40% by the end of this period, by trying to catch the trends, because you never know if its trend will go down or if this trend will continue and so on. So the fact that we succeeded to be in Ether in such a nice plus, it's again, it's achievement. So if market will catch again softer trends, it will become, it will move up. We are right in place, we're already in the trade, and we will stay there. So again, if we're looking at it from our trading perspective, not from the buy and hold perspective, but from the trading perspective, we are looking at asset that looks like this. It doesn't look very trendy. That's what you need to understand. We are not now in very good situation. So results that you see here, I want to show you again. Results that you can see here just shows that we are currently in this situation from the trading point of view. Even that, again, if from your buy and hold perspective, you might see it as excellent performance, but we will see better performance in situation when you don't see it as a buy and hold. So again, from our, we feel very comfortable with the results at the moment, and we're still right on track with what we expect. And this is how it's traded. This is how it's traded. The idea is to keep potential of 200+% for the year without risking more than 35% of the capital. And again, we're now a fairly nice fund of 50 million. And it's very important for us to keep risk low. So, Edward?
Yes, yes. So thank you, Anna. I want to add something that I hear a lot, not just in the field, overall in industry, the people who buy and hold, holding Bitcoin, holding Ethereum, holding other coins, right? And when it's bull market, you see all this big, growth, a lot of percentages, profits. And then when you look at the trading, right, it's not performing the same as bull market. But one thing is people missing, in trading, we in a long term we compound. With the holding coin, you don't compound. You hold the same coin, You don't compound. It goes up and then goes down, goes up, goes down, right? But with the trading, in a long time, we're gonna overperform the market. It's been shown in a history. We've done this before. If you look in Endotech back office, and if you can even play a little bit with it, put 3 years back and see how much you would do profit with one single strategy. Now in Daisy, we have multiple different strategies, and you just saw we had a strategies that do uh, not so well, but I think it's still good. 40% a year in the trading industry, it's good, right? And then we have 5 months that with the leverage I just said, with the 5 months over 500%, 546% in 5 months. But so we diversify in different 30 different strategies, right? Dr. Anna, you there?
Yeah, I apologize. Yes, we're diversifying right now into 45 strategies. And
45.
yes, we are going to diversify even further because the fund that we received allows us to be more creative, to have to reduce risk on using even not altcoins, not top 10 altcoins, but higher movers. So from our point of view, we have more freedom right now to move, and we have more freedom right now to deploy additional systems. Before we had only trend following system, now we added swing system. We'll go to shorter time frame, so we have more freedom to diversify and to improve results.
That's good. And how does it, these funds, these trading funds, how does it help you to build this new super AI Daisy? Can you just give us a little bit background on that?
Yes. Again, it's once you receive additional funds that you can think about adding. Usually, once you're talking about small account, you have to decide very strictly on one or two or three approaches at most that you will try to cover the situation. Now, instead of it, we're having 10 different teams that each has its own, you know, own perspective, own attempt on improving the results, and we can try all 10. So just imagine how much more you don't need to be focused on just one approach, on just one idea. You can really try. And I have two students that right now are really focused on correlation analysis, on the analysis of how Bitcoin it moves, and we found very interesting things about bot behavior within Bitcoin and Ether. So it was kind of a revelation for us, but it improves drastically our entry ability and exit ability. So again, it's not today, but within months or two, we'll be able to deploy at least to 10% of our assets. This is a new idea of how to use correlations to improve entries and exits. And it's correlations working on the tick level. It's not about 4 hours. It's really about 1 second, 2 seconds, and so on. Second group, for example, is working on, just give me a sec, which one I will choose. Yes, second group is working on the optimization of all these approaches because you have 10 different ideas that you can combine, but from other side, you have only two exchanges that allows you to use leverage. So, for example, right now, most of our funds are residing on the exchange where we don't use leverage. The initial funds were all nicely separated to the leverage strategies. Since right now we added funds when they were already in, the positions were already in, we added additional ones to the non-leveraged market. And then it becomes, it becomes a little bit sad that you cannot enjoy such a large trend that you can enjoy with us. So we are now working on the optimization techniques of how to improve entry of the funds and final trading. So again, we have many different ideas that we're able now to try and to use. And again, our next goal is what's written on our blackboard is 1st of July, we need to move to the Forex. We need to add high frequency systems in the Forex arena, in just regular euro dollar, and it should allow us to be much more again stable from the point of view that whenever there's 2, 3, or 4 months of the performance where you don't see result will happen on the Bitcoin, you will have forex side covering for it on this part of the fund. So again, our goal is not only to improve Bitcoin, but now we're working on the same models for the forex side. And of course, the Daisy project is the backbone for everything, where we're looking at the open interest, we're looking at the volatility, we're looking at all of the different models that tell us where the activity is and where the stable volatility is. So again,
Mhm.
it's right now it's a massive research project that done by 20 analysts and ML scientists that really we're running right now. We're still in the phase where we don't have many results, more questions than answers, but it takes time. It takes time.
That's good. I know a lot of people, they really love crypto markets. They want to be more in crypto, but I know we're gonna max the crypto market. We're gonna maximize how much we can, and then we'll diversify in forex as well, which is gonna be exciting because there's periods when 2 3 months in crypto, not much going on, and this is when we'll see
Yeah,
a lot.
well, once you have the movements, you're happy, and we are happy. But again, we are not in control of this market. Like market, we need to follow the market. We cannot control it. So, and we love this market because the modeling of this market is also very interesting. If we will talk about this in the next sessions about what we already found, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, what we found and how we place different assets of different modeling, but we view Bitcoin market more of the behavioral finance, and we view it more as a faith-based currency, right? That was used in the modeling that people have free money, people are starving for the results, and that where they move. So we have this modeling, but again, it's we need additional types of assets in order to ensure that our fund is successful, both within the certain months and in long term.
All right, sounds good. Now, the next thing is about the back office, that people see 15%, 14% profits in their back office. It's different because a different level people came in, so not everybody has the same rewards, right? And when it comes to withdraw rewards, I know we are, the timing. Can you tell us the timing?
Yes,
When?
we expect it by end of next week to be able to enable this functionality.
Mhm.
And again, hopefully you will be patient with us that everything will go smooth, and you will be able to see. We again, I personally do not recommend to withdraw large amounts of money just because we are all about compound. So you can test it, you can view how it works. We are about compound effect. So from the logical point of view, it's you don't need to go to
Yeah,
the max, but it's your decision, completely yours. We don't we don't control you, as we don't control the market. So
exactly.
you decide. You decide.
Here's what's really important for people, and this is what we're gonna all see, especially the pay setters who's in the pool. In pay setters, you guys are gonna see a huge excitement going on, not just in pay setter, also in your uni level and in a front end. Because here's what happens when a person withdraws. Most people gonna withdraw so they can buy next year. So what happens is when they withdraw, we all get paid. The pay setter, 1.2% goes in the pay setter. Then 10 levels, uni level people get paid. And then that same person who just withdraw profits, now he wants to buy next level next year. And then the front end money comes in, goes into pay setter. So I believe we'll see the increasement in pay setter bonuses once this function is going to start work. There's going to be a lot more excitement, more momentum, and that will bring the Daisy project maybe even ahead of the schedule. Our goal is to reach within 120 days, reach 500 million into fund, the trading fund. But with enabling this withdrawal process, some people will probably never withdraw. Not never, but they will not withdraw for a year or two. They want to compound. For example, I'm one of them. I love to compound, right? But people who still in the low tiers, they have two tiers, three, five, six, right? They want to buy next year until they get all 10 tiers, right? And so this is when they're going to withdraw and buy next year because there's more benefit for them to withdraw and buy it again next year because they get paid from more people when they joining their system. So that's exciting news. So we're waiting. Let me kind of recap. On audit, it's almost ready, and the delay became because we had 110,000 lines of trading instead of 100 trades, right? So it changed different. And then on withdraw button should be working sometimes next week, towards the end of the week. And the back office, I know your team is working around the clock. I know everything. I mean, I talked to them between me and Ilya and Jeremy Roma, all three of us. We like while they work in back office, we're also sending them all those issues people going in, and all those issues that we run into it turns out to be it's not an issue of smart contract or back office. It's just that people still not used to it going through this process, right? We're learning, and but everything's going smooth and good. We're excited. Dr. Anna, thank you so much for your time.
Take care.
And as soon as the, I mean, is it open? Can I fly into Israel now already, or not yet?
Oh, actually, I don't know. I know that my brother arrived yesterday, so some way you can get in. I don't
You
know
know
if
what?
it's.
I'm here not too far from you guys in Dubai, and I'm gonna look into it. Maybe I can fly in and visit you guys
Yes,
in
you're
coffee,
welcome.
then do a webinar from there altogether.
Yes, it will be fun. It will be fun.
Great. Thank you, everyone. Again, thanks for joining, and we'll post this video recorded probably later today or tomorrow. Thank you again, Dr. Anna.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.